Let me tell you something. I have failed my prop firm challenge more times than I want to admit. And for a long time, I couldn't figure out why. Because I had the strategy, I knew the rules. Today, I'm breaking down the 4 actual reasons, and some of these are going to hit different. So, if you've been following my journey, you know that I've been working through my 50K challenge with my funded futures. And I've had some wins, I've shown you those. But I've had some failures that I haven't fully broken down. And I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of content today. Everybody shows you the wins, but nobody shows you why they're actually still struggling. And that's why this video is going to hit different. I went back through my trades and looked at my actual data. And what I realized is that 90% of it comes down to trading psychology. Not your strategy, not the prop firm, your mindset. And I found 4 things that I'm doing or not doing that keeps costing me my challenges. And some of these are going to hit different if you're in the same position. All right, so reason number 1 is emotional trading, specifically revenge trading. You guys, this one is real. You take a loss, and instead of just walking away, stepping away, you jump right back in the market trying to make it back. Me personally, I've done this way more times than I would like to admit. You lose $500, then immediately get back in trying to make it back. Now you're down $800. And just like that, you've blown through your daily drawdown and the account is gone that fast. The market doesn't care that you're frustrated. You need to treat every single trade like its own independent event. The loss already happened. It's done. Your next trade has nothing to do with it. And I know that sounds simple, but when you're sitting there watching your account going more and more in the negative, it's so hard not to react emotionally. Trading psychology is real, and if you're not actively working on it, it will cost you your challenge every single time. And real quick, if you're new here and haven't watched my 50K challenge series yet, I'll link it in the description. Watch that after this. It gives you the full picture of everything I'm walking through now. But here's the one nobody talks about, and honestly, this one is why most of y'all keep resetting your accounts over and over again. Reason number 2 is inconsistent risk management. And listen, I know what good risk management looks like. I know I shouldn't be risking more than 1 to 2% a trade. I know I shouldn't be sizing up when I'm on a losing streak. But knowing it and actually doing it consistently, those are 2 different things. Some days I'm disciplined. Other days I'm moving my stop loss. I'm increasing my position size because I'm convinced this setup is so perfect. And at the end of the day, that inconsistency is what kills your challenge. Because the prop firm doesn't care about your best days. They care about your worst days. One oversized trade in a bad market condition, and you're done. Here's what I started before I place any trade. I calculate my position size. Not after I'm already in, not while I'm watching the entry. Before I do anything. Write that down. I've got a full episode on how I set my risk parameters. I'll link it in the description. Watch that after this. Reason number 3. This one took me a while to figure out. You're not trading your strategy, you're trading the market. There's a real difference. Your strategy has specific rules, specific entry criteria, and specific conditions that need to line up. But what happens when the market's slow? What happens when you've been sitting at your desk for 2 hours and nothing is setting up? You start bending the rules. You start seeing setups that honestly aren't there. Me personally, I had a week where I hadn't seen a clean setup in 3 days. And instead of sitting on my hands and protecting the capital, I started trading out of boredom, forcing entries that weren't there. And I blew through half my buffer in one session. Not because my strategy didn't work, because I didn't let it. You need to understand that a no trade day is not a failure. Sitting on your hands when the market conditions aren't right is actually good trading. You need to trust your system. At the end of the day, technical analysis is always going to rule over fundamental analysis. That's never going to change, right? But only if you follow it. And now for the real reason. The one I had to sit with before I could actually say it out loud. Your trading identity. Here's what I mean. If deep down you don't actually believe that you're a funded trader, you will self-sabotage yourself right out of every challenge. You'll get so close to passing and then blow it. You'll have a great week and then give it all back. I'm not making this up. I've actually lived this. This isn't about your strategy. This is your trading mindset, your trading psychology. The most successful funded traders aren't just people who know how to trade. They know that they're traders. That belief is built through consistency, through journaling, through doing the work even on the slow days. And I had to be honest with myself. There were days where I was treating my challenge like it was a lottery ticket instead of a business. That stops now. And if you're in the same position, it needs to stop for you too. That's all I got. 4 reasons: emotional trading, inconsistent risk management, forcing trades, and your trading identity. These are the real reasons why I keep failing my challenges. Not the prop firm, not the markets, me. Let me know down in the comments which one of these you struggle with the most. I genuinely want to know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, stay blessed. I'll see y'all in the next one.